Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. It is Sunday, October 19th, 2025, and I'm so happy you are joining us this week. I've got Mom joining me too on video chat, so she is filming with me. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Julie.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really excited about the products that we're showcasing today. We're pulling from the September 2025 online exclusives. And as you might know, there are some brand new online exclusives that are coming out in like 2 weeks. And demonstrators can pre-order those right now. But the ones that we're showing you are things that everyone can order right now. You'll find them in the online store under the online exclusive section. And we also have this awesome flyer that Stampin' Up! Created, and so I'll link that up in the video description for you as well. I know I like having like a printed something to go with my catalog, and so this PDF that you can print at home is going to list all the things that came out in the online exclusive, so you can just tuck that right inside of your mini catalog. Today we are showcasing the bundle on page 6. Whatever page this is.
I didn't print that, so.
It's right here. It's called Pine Tree Trimmings. And I wasn't originally going to get it, but I decided to get it because I have to design a project for something I'm doing. But the bundle is only $33, and well, $33.25. But I love those price points. We have a few dies in here, not a lot. And so a lot of times what drives the price of a bundle up is so many intricate dies, you know, or just a big die set. And so I love that we have like a little die set to go with the stamps, so you can die cut the things, but you don't have, you know, a bunch of dies that you may or may not use. Personally, I find I don't use a lot of the detail dies. And so I like just having a few that cut out the image. So that's what we have in this set. We've got a tree die that's going to cut out all 3 of those trees. We have some presents, the bow, and the star. And then also a little garland, which I think I used on one of my extra project samples. Now, what's really fun about the Pine Tree Trimmings Bundle is you're going to want to check out the extra things here in the September online exclusives, because that's where you're going to find the tree shaker domes that coordinate with this bundle and with the die. And then there's also some gold shaker stars available there as well. This is a pretty big container. I was kind of surprised with how many gold shaker stars came in here. So you're going to be able to make lots and lots of shakers. Well, the project I have to show you today, I was kind of playing around with these, and I thought, how fun would it be to like make an ornament by putting those together?
Oh, brilliant.
Right?
Oh,
and there is this little lip around here which has adhesive. And so I did end up making an ornament that is double-sided with both of the domes and some shakers. And I just kind of kept it really simple. So this is just 2 pieces of 3x4 designer paper. And I have the domes in the middle sandwiched together and some of the gold shaker stars, and then the little tag. Now, the learning curve, right? Like after I got the dome in there, I realized I couldn't fit my punch in there to punch in the center.
Oh.
I'm sorry, to punch like two holes that aren't even, but I made it work. And I used the lessons to create the project that we're going to do today. So before we get to that one, I want to show you a few more samples. I used the, oh, I have a swap. Sorry. I just remembered I have a swap in my swap box that uses this bundle. This is from Tammy Ward, and she used this bundle. I love the colors. She's got, I want to say that's Tahitian Tide and some starry sky in there, but she's got the tree in there that's colored, and the shaker stars, which I love. Well, I decided to embrace a little more of the black and white theme. And so I'm using the Modern Christmas designer paper. This actually is also an online exclusive. And this paper is, where's my, right here. So I had samples of the paper. This paper is a 12 by 12 paper with gold foil on each sheet. And it has these great black and white patterns for definitely a modern look for Christmas. And even though I'm doing my projects in black and white and gold, these trees look so gorgeous in colors. And Mom's using some shaded spruce, a very traditional green for Christmas trees. And so you're going to want to check out her video. Here are some card samples that I made using the Modern Christmas Designer paper and the Pine Tree Trimmings. This one, I actually just did this layout with our team for our Stampin' Share Zoom that we do every month, and that I always have so much fun getting together with everybody. So this layout was kind of on my mind, and I made up a quick little card with it. And then this one was kind of inspired by a sample in the online store with this bundle, and it had like trees that were kind of lined up. So this is embossed in white on the black, and then gold embossed on white and die cut, and then this is that die cut garland.
Very pretty.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and you know, the Modern Christmas, the first time I saw it, I was like, okay, but the more I play with it, oh my gosh. I just love the combination of the black and the gold. I just think it's just so pretty, so stunning for Christmas.
Do not make me want that.
Well, surely you've gotten the designer paper at least, right?
No.
Oh, okay. I can't make any promises. The more I play with it, the more I've created samples with that suite. In fact, that suite, the Modern Christmas Suite, is the one that I'll be featuring in the October bonus project kit. And so more ideas coming soon. You guys are going to love this suite, I swear. So just go ahead and grab it now. At least the paper. At least the paper. Because look, you can mix and match the paper with the stamps that you already have.
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
All right, so for our card, well, I'm going to put the ornament in a card, but it really just started off as an ornament. I have a 3x4 piece of designer paper, and I die cut the tree out just with the die, and I brought it a little bit lower so that I have room to punch my hole, and I better do it right now. I'm using the hole punch assortment. And I find that, using some of that tape that we use, you don't want to glue this down yet because we have to add the shaker on there, but I just want to hold these layers together. And so using that, labeling and cover-up tape that we use to hold our dies down works really well just to hold those layers in place while I'm working with it. So I'm going to use this punch and bring it right in here and punch through both layers, the designer paper and the cardstock, to create that. And while I've got my punch pack out, I'm also going to make a little tag, and I'll use the little 1/8 inch hole punch. And that was okay. I'm going to try again on this side. That wasn't very centered. Oh, that's okay. We're just gonna there's not gonna be anything left. I won't need to go down a little farther. All right, and then I'm gonna take my scissors and just trim the corners a smidge to make a tag. Okay, so this is gonna like hang off the side over here. And I guess while I'm doing the tag, I'm gonna stamp the words. Uh-oh, is there room? From our house to yours. Whew, just barely, but it fits. This is 1 inch by whatever I cut it down to. Okay, while we've got the black ink out, I'm going to put this aside. On the back side, I want to stamp a couple of the trees at the bottom. I was thinking that the back of this ornament could be, no grid paper, you gotta just lick it. The back of this ornament could be like a Christmas card where you could sign your name, right? And then when you hang it on the tree every year, you'll remember, oh, this is from Julie and the kids, or, you know, Julie, whatever, the Davisons. And you can even write your year down here, you know, and we've got a great journaling marker, which I'm not sure where it is right now, but a nice little journaling marker that you can use to write on the cardstock. Okay. Going back to the front, I'm going to use that tape again to line up and hold my designer paper in place. Again, you don't want to tape down the designer paper yet because you are going to need to add the shaker. Okay, before I put the paper down, we want to emboss our tree on this. So I am using the embossing buddy that's part of the Embossing Editions toolkit. It includes the embossing putty, the powder palette tray, the brush, and the tweezers. Now I'm going to add this back on so that I can stamp in that hole and line up the stamp image that we're going to emboss underneath the shaker. I'm going to use some Versamark ink. And go right in the window. And then you can move that paper and add your embossing powder. I'm using the gold from the Wow Metallics.
Love that stuff. I love the Wow embossing powders.
And the jars seem really small, but you can just pour it all back and keep reusing it, and so it's going to last a while.
Yep.
Okay, I think I'm good to go. I'm just going to set this aside. Well, I better just do it now because I'll probably spill it if I don't. Just funnel that all right back in.
You know, we didn't used to have that. We used to get a little stopper or something, which I found annoying, so I used to just pour it from the corner. And it's a habit now.
Oh. That's funny. We're going to use a heat tool now to heat the embossing powder. And so you'll watch it turn from sort of a dull color to a shiny gold. Yes. It is like magic. Now there's two settings on the heat tool, a 1 and a 2. I usually go all the way up to 2. I think if you were doing a more delicate material such as vellum, then maybe you would want to do 1. Perhaps even like embossing on a window sheet.
I use 1 for like heat setting things if I want it. If I'm impatient and my ink is wet and I need to dry it fast.
I'm using thick white cardstock, by the way, on my base here, mostly because I just wanted to make sure that this didn't bleed through to the front. So wanted a good sturdy base for our project. Okay, now it's time to add the shaker, and right over here. The shaker does have two little linings on it, one on each side so that you can glue it right inside the layer. And then another on this side so that it adheres around the edges. And so before we do that, we're going to add some more adhesive. I'm going to use the tearing tape. And add adhesive around the edges. I love your tip, Mom, about using the embossing buddy inside of the shaker frame.
Yeah, to keep the static down.
So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to run it over the embossed surface as well. Now, it might ordinarily be easier to put the shaker elements in here and then put this on top, but I think it'll be impossible for me to line that up. So instead, I'm going to pile my shaker elements in the center of my tree.
Ditto.
And pray that they don't pray that they don't move. And then I'll take all of the tear and tape off, including the layer around the tree. And if you have trouble getting that with your fingernails, then a pair of scissors or something, or a little pokey tool to get right underneath it.
I didn't even realize that both sides had that. Until you said something, I was like, what? I was thinking it needed it.
I'm kind of going slowly from one side to the other to center that, and then make sure that you get really good adhesion around the tree so that your little shaker elements don't get underneath that adhesive. Maybe that was a little too many, I don't know. No, I think that's about right.
It's a personal choice.
Okay, so then we have our little tag to add, and the Modern Christmas Suite has this twine package that has both white and black, and I've used quite a bit of it, so that it does come with a good amount. I'm trying to see, 10 yards. I don't know if that's 5 yards each, probably. But you do get quite a bit. This is the very end of both of them. And so one is black and gold, and the other one is white and gold. So they're really pretty. They go nicely with this suite. And I am going to do a bit here to, well, okay, first I'm going to start, I want a little hanger. And so I'm going to start by folding the ribbon in half and then tying it so that there's a little loop at the top here. And then I'm going to take it and tie it around the front so that there is a bow. Before I get too far, I want to add my tag. Straighten out my bow a little bit. Now, if the tag is going crazy and you're not liking where it's going, you can add a little Stampin' Dimensional underneath the end of it, just to tack that down where you want it to be. Here's our finished ornament.
Oh, cute!
So really simple. If you want to have more of a backing and use that image, or you can just double up and do like that. So it's the same thing here, just one of them has the white backing. But I felt like I should put this on a card, and so I did create this card base. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 of the thick white, 4 by 5 1/4 of the Modern Christmas Designer paper, and then this is a 1 1/4 by 4 inch strip where I just added tear and tape on the sides. And so this can slide in there if you want to present it as more of a card that then can be put on the tree.
Very nice.
Thank you.
I love that.
Whether you're making shakers or just using these cute little trees to make cards, I think that there's so many possibilities with the Pine Tree Trimmings Bundle. And you can get this online right now. You don't have to wait. It's part of the September online exclusives, and so it's available right now. Save 10% when you get the dies, and don't forget to get your shaker frames and your gold shaker stars, and of course that twine to make your ornaments. Now I have some trees left over from my cutting my designer paper, and so I didn't get a chance, but like I feel like this is just the starting of a whole nother card where you can just cut trees from designer paper and do something.
Yeah.
Do something cute. So I'm not done playing with this set. It is so much fun, and I hope that you feel inspired by the projects that I shared today. If you do, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and also to Mom's so you don't miss out on an episode of Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. It is time to head over to Mom's channel for part 2 of Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie to see what she has created with the Pine Tree Trimmings Bundle. So we look forward to chatting with you over there when her video premieres in just a little bit.
Awesome.
All right. Well,
Nice job.
Thank you. And thank you for joining me this week. I always have so much fun sharing and stamping with you. And I just wish we could do it in person more often.
I know. I'm right there with you. All right. We'll see y'all in just a few minutes, everybody.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.